So this was my promotion from player to coach. And I'm going to give you the end of the story, which is this. I inherited a team when I became sales manager that was 28th out of 30 in sales revenue for the NBA. There's 30 clubs. We were 28th in the league. And in a single year, we went from number 28 to number 2. And the really fascinating part is it was the same product on the court. We didn't start winning games on the court, but we started to win on the inside. And that's where I want to share this story. There's a couple of different angles to this, and they're 1,000,000% relevant and applicable to your business and life. So what we did at the Clippers, we formed what we called a constitution. But it was not a constitution from a room like this. It was a constitution in a room like this. Much more familiar for a lot of us. So it's funny, recently I was actually doing an audit with my CMO of a couple of slides, and we're just messing around, and this is what he came up with. He's like, hey, dude, the Baldwin slide, I actually saw you. You look kind of... So anyway, so we could all get a chuckle out of that, but anyways, my CMO always messes with me. So let me hang out on this one for a little bit. And what we would do with this constitution, I was rolling it out in group interviews. And so as there are sales interviews and group interviews, and I said, we have 3 controllables. Speaking of controlling the controllables, which I know we've heard before, we have 3 controllables that are non-negotiable to join the Clipper sales family: work ethic, positivity, and coachability. Work ethic, positivity, coachability. You give me those 3 things, I will take care of you for the rest of your career. You take 1 day off of any of the 3, and it'll be your last day here. It was very direct, very clear before they signed on the bottom line. And so half of the room looked at me pretty fired up, pretty charged up, pretty motivated. And then the other half looked at me like, yeah. Controllables, constitution. What about the goals? What about the metrics? What about the KPIs and all the performance indicators? And I said, don't worry about that. For 2 reasons. Number 1, we're only going to extend you an offer if we think you can exceed expectations. Number 2, I'm going to bet that we can coach you up on your skill, but I know that we cannot coach your will. We can all coach skill. Nobody can coach your will. In other words, you can't coach care. You can't do it. I wish that we had the world's most powerful wand to wave it and say, I want my clients to care, my spouse to care, my kids to care. It doesn't exist. Care is a choice from the other party. And so just like I know we can't coach care, I knew that we could not coach work ethic, positivity, or coachability. What we did, we found 3 things that were controllable in work ethic, positivity, and coachability that would prove to us that they cared. And that's how we had our shift from 28 to 2.